I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a really bad mood right now for 3 reasons. One, I know this is so stupid and I understand that and there are bigger problems in the world. I understand. I lost my grill and I know that's so stupid, but it's like I spent so much money on it. And when it's like I really do here's the thing, when it comes to and not I was going to say integrity, but when it comes to like responsibility, I don't think I'll ever lose anything. I don't think I lose things. I genuinely think these inanimate objects just have legs and run away. Like I think it went in its little container in its with its small little legs and said, "We're going to leave New York." So that happened. Number 2, the reason why I'm pissed is I'm just getting such bad lower back pains and it means I'm getting my period and I've just been staring at a screen all day for work. And number 3 is Greta fucking Gerwig and Margot Robbie didn't get nominated for an Oscar. We have a lot to discuss.
Debrief of the week.
So we could discuss the debrief of the week, right? How like Ron DeSantis, my favorite. He's actually my favorite. He's like gayer than like most people I know. Like I would say that Ron DeSantis, his heels. Are we going to talk about his heels? Are we going to talk about his Louboutin heels? Are we going to talk about his Jimmy Choos? No, we're not. Okay, I want to talk about it. Like his heels, his little cowboy boots, don't say gay, don't say trans, don't say black, don't say brown, don't say anything that he's going to say. His heels are like higher than like most of mine. Ron DeSantis is the gayest girl I've ever met in my life. Ron DeSantis is that girl, but not in like that girl way, and not in the that girl way, more like a girl, I'm waiting for the day. Also, we could talk about how my hands are a different color than my face, but we're actually not going to talk about that. My mental health right now is not at the woohoo. It's more to, do you understand? So that's the first thing of the debrief of the week. The second thing of the week is the Oscar nominations came out. We have a lot to discuss today about that. We're going to go off with that right off the bat. Okay, we have some hot takes that I need to discuss because someone get the fucking sorry. Oh God. And then Saltburn wasn't nominated. I'm gonna start biting fucking cement. I'm gonna start actually like acting like a fucking ape. I'm gonna start biting cement. Someone get a brick wall for me to bite. Sorry to the Academy, which I'm going to thank you one day when I win my Oscar. I'm going to say thank you. But right now, what the fuck? Hey, the Academy, you're going to nominate Ken. You're going to nominate Ken. The whole point of Barbie is to stop talking about Ken. And then forget about Barbie. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a good episode. Sorry, what? You could tell where I lie in this discussion. And number 3, what happened? News of the week, Paris Fashion Week. We're going to talk about the beautiful shows of Schiaparelli, of what Dior had to say, what Louis Vuitton, Pharrell Williams, you did something. Even though you signed not to get a ceasefire, you actually did you kind of ate down with the Louis Vuitton show. And we need to discuss, it is imperative to discuss the GmbH's show. I think it was theater. I think it was using your platform for something bigger than yourself. And I think a lot of these houses, when I say houses, I don't mean House of Gucci. Well, not the movie, but the establishment need to learn a thing or two about using your platform for good. Number 4 on the docket today is team. I have to figure out who I'm voting for because I just, in good faith, I'm like, do I vote for someone who's like genuinely he hates me, or someone who just like genuinely like hates me? Like, which one do I vote for? The one that doesn't care if I live or die, or the one that's also doesn't care if I live or die? Do you know what I mean? That's just girly things. We'll figure that out when I have to cross that bridge. So we're going to start off with going through what is nominated for the Oscars. Who is nominated? What is going on? Okay, let's do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction of who's going to win, my thoughts, and then we're going to look back at this episode when the Oscars come, and I'm going to say, am I right or am I wrong? And if I'm right for all of these, what I'm going to do is buy myself a new fucking grill. And if I'm not right for all of these, what I'm going to do is buy myself a new fucking grill. Let's begin. Okay, first thing on the docket is, sorry, I love how we're starting off right from the get-go for actor in a leading role. We're starting right with men first. That's fine. See, this is the problem, and I know what everyone's going to say, okay? And I want to preface this. I know what everyone's going to say is, why are you always picking and choosing, like, men this, men that? And it's not about hating men. What does Shared say? I love men, but you don't need them. That's true. I love men. I think they're great contributions to society. For the most part, I do have a list of my not all men, and we'll discuss some of that later. But for the most part, do you guys contribute to my oppression? Yeah. And the thing is, you don't even know that you do because you don't want to know that you do. It's willful ignorance. And it just pisses. Anyways, I'm just looking at this list right now and I'm just like, okay. The fact that the literal fact that like there is still no diversity in this. There's literally still no diversity. They're like, okay, we have one black person, we have one brown person. Well, we can make the one brown person for like the supporting role. Okay, good. All right. And then, okay, so we have, we had one Arab like 5 years ago, like Rami Malek. Yeah, he was great. Okay, cool. Okay, we have one Japanese person. Okay, but that's like 6 years ago. Okay, well, Parasite won a couple years ago. So like, we're good to go. We're good to go for like, okay. So, and this is the hard part about being in an industry that genuinely it is, I'm not going to say names, but this weekend I had an audition for an establishment that is very highly regarded. And it's interesting. I felt like, I was the only Arab person there in a group full of like 70 audit people who were auditioning. And it really is interesting when you're in this space, how you genuinely are just such an anomaly. Is that the right term for anomaly? It could be or it couldn't be, but regardless, it is because I said so. So it's interesting. It was just felt very othered. But this is the industry that I want to be in. This is the industry that I am in. So let's play, honey, because once I get to the top, I'm going to bring everyone with me. All my people. It's going to be exciting. All right, actor in a leader role. Drum roll, please. It's so funny saying that right now. Like, I'm literally alone. Like, I'm in like, drum roll, please. Like, imagine me having like all my friends. You're like, no. Actor in a leading role nominees are Bradley Cooper in Maestro, Coleman Domingo, Rustin. I love Coleman Domingo. I love Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo, are you listening to this? I started watching him from Fear the Walking Dead. Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Apparently, that movie is incredible. Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction. Now, I want to preface this by saying I've not watched all the movies yet. I'm going to watch all the movies. And do I have the notoriety? Do I have the authority? Is it genuinely fair of me to even make the assessments of who's going to win because I've not watched the movies? No, of course not. Am I going to do it anyways? Absolutely. And what is that called? Feminism. I mean, come on, it's going to be Cillian Murphy. It's going to be between Bradley Cooper and Cillian Murphy, even though I already know Coleman Domingo's eating. But I'm also biased, you guys. Like, I'm literally biased, okay? But I think it's Cillian Murphy because everyone's up Oppenheimer's ass. They're like, big boys making toys. They're like, boys, let's make a boom. Let's make things go boom. I sounded like Joe Coy when he was making fun of Barbie, but instead I'm actually making fun of Oppenheimer. I think great movie. Like, that film was incredible. I loved every part of it. I really did. But like, is it just a bunch of boys saying, let's play with our toys and go boom. And let's see a big boom with big lights and ooh, wow, ooh, ah. That's what Oppenheimer is. And then they said, we're going to kill the environment and a bunch of people of color with it. Next, actor in a supporting role. All right, nominees are Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction. Robert De Niro. I say Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer. Ryan Gosling, Barbie. And Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things. I actually don't know because, sorry, Robert Downey Jr. literally ate in Oppenheimer. Like, sorry, I know, like, I actually love the cast of like Oppenheimer. Like, I'm giving it so much shit, but I actually loved the movie. I already know, like, I know I'm like making such a preconceived notion about Poor Things, but I know it's going to be the best movie I've ever seen, or at least for the year. I know that is my type of film through and through. Emma Stone is one of my favorite actors. Rami Youssef, one of my favorite human beings. Mark Ruffalo, one of my favorite human beings. Willem Dafoe, bye, literally bye. But I do think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. Actress in a leading role. Okay, I love once again men come. What I'm gonna say is men come first. Annette Bening, Niad, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Huller, Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan, Maestro, and Emma Stone, Poor Things. I'm telling you, I'm biased, right? Like how Carey Mulligan is one of my favorite actors of all time. I know she eats in Maestro. I haven't watched it. I think I'm gonna watch it tonight. But I'm telling you right now, I really am praying Lily Gladstone wins. I think they need a win. I think it is monumental. Not only is she an incredible actor, not only is she knows how to command a room. She walks into any screen, anything, or even in interviews, and you're just like, I can't help but watch you. Also, she's the first Indigenous woman to ever be nominated for a leading role for an Oscar. Let me actually fact check that. Yeah, sorry, why am I getting literally emotional reading that? She's the first Indigenous person to be nominated for the Best Actress category for an Oscar. Lily Gladstone, if you're listening, I doubt you are, but if you are so deserving of this. And I just think she's going to win. And I really hope so. And I think every person on here is deserving of an award. And also, what the fuck is an award? But like, also, she needs that Oscar. I want her to go to bed holding that Oscar. I want Lily Gladstone to go to bed holding that Oscar. Like, I want her to feed it with her teeth to be like, this is my child now. This, and it's not sexual. If you sexualize that, ew. But I just think she's such an incredible artist. And we would be so damned if we don't give her Best Actor. Sorry, we'd be so damned. So damned. Now that I said the actress in a leading role, did you notice a name that I missed? Crickets? Okay. You didn't hear a name. Margot Robbie. Margot freaking Robbie was robbed from an Oscar. Good job, yes. It blows my mind because it's not just playing a fucking doll. It's not. The range that character had, the absolute range that she had to show what it's like to be a woman today and yesterday and years ago. All we are objects. And every time we feel like we're breaking a glass ceiling, there's another one right on top of it. And that's exactly what this is. They literally, what the point that they were trying to make for society was, it is so hard. You're never enough as a woman. You're never enough as a femme person, ever. Every time you think you're one step forward, 30 steps back. Because of Big Brother, because of the man. And that's exactly, they proved it, right? It actually gets me so angry. It doesn't make me sad. It makes me so angry. And it feels like, as a female actor myself, I'm like, where did we go wrong? It's so sad. It is so sad. Shame. And I'm sorry if they think that was an easy part to play. I'm sorry. It wasn't. It was not. Every scene that she was in, she held the audience with her hands and she took care of us the entire time. Shame on them. Shame on the Academy for this one. I'm sorry. Moving on. Actress in a supporting role. Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer. Well deserved. Love her. Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple. Absolutely. Sorry. Absolutely. America Ferrera, Barbie. Oh, they were like, well, we're going to give like one woman in Barbie like a nomination. We're going to give, because she has that really good monologue in it. We're going to give her, America Ferrera, by the way, deserving of this. Sorry, adore her. Adore her. But it's just so funny how like the main I'm very angry about it, if you could tell. But America Ferrera, bravo. Jodie Foster, Niad, and Davine Joy Randolph and The Holdovers. I'm really looking forward to watch The Holdovers. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be between Davine Joy Randolph and Emily Blunt. I think they're really. I think everyone's just so far up Oppenheimer's ass that they're gonna be like, ugh, but Emily Blunt was really good. And she was. I mean, like, also, this is the whole point of, like, awards shows. It's like, who really is deciding all of this? It's like a panel of people who are, in the industry, who have a history with this and are good at what they do, well known, well deserving, but, like, they're the ones that decide whether or not you get an award. It's just crazy to me. But I really hope it's Davine. For cinematography, we have El Conde by Edward Lockman, Killers of the Flower Moon by Rodrigo Prieto, Maestro by Matthew Lebatique, Oppenheimer by Hoyt van Hoytma. Yeah, Dutch. Thought so. Poor Things, Robbie Ryan. It's definitely gonna be Oppenheimer. Like, sorry, that cinematography was actually incredible. Sorry. Costume design, Barbie. They're like, okay, we're gonna give her costumes because that's a woman. Because clothes equals girls. Because baby girl equals girls. Because Barbie equals girls. Barbie equals what we're gonna talk about white feminism because that's exactly what it is. But we're not gonna nominate Greta Gerwig or Margot Robbie for Barbie. But we're gonna give them costumes. Thank you, Academy. Costume design is Barbie by Jacqueline Duran, Killers of the Flower Moon by Jacqueline West. I really hope all of them are named Jacqueline. Napoleon, Janny Yates and Dave Crossman. Oppenheimer, Ellen Mironiak. And Poor Things by Holly Waddington. I think it's going to be Barbie, and I don't think it's going to be because of And I don't think it's going to be because of merit. Although I think it should be. I think they're going to say, well, since Barbie didn't, we're kind of like snubbing Barbie, we're going to just give it to Barbie. I don't know. That might be controversial, even though I do think the costumes were fucking incredible. I think they're going to do it not because they think that they deserve it, but because they feel bad. I do. Directing. It's so funny. It's so funny how there's only one woman director and there's so many other female directors this year. There's so many others. Past Lives. Barbie. Emerald Fennell directing it? Absolutely. Another female artist snubbed? Absolutely. Does Hollywood care about females? Absolutely not. Does Hollywood care about people of color? Absolutely not. Does Hollywood care about anyone but white cis straight men? Absolutely not. Like, The Zone of Interest? I've never even fucking heard of that movie. Anyways, nominees are Anatomy of a Fall, Justine Treat. Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese. Oppenheimer, Your Dad, Christopher Nolan. Poor Things, Yorgos Lanthimos. And The Zone of Interest, Jonathan Glazer. I am going to just say it. I hope it's Poor Things. I think it's brilliant. I've never watched it, but I think it's going to be brilliant. For documentary feature film, we have, and I just want to say how a really big documentary that I'm reading a little bit about it right now, but well, it hasn't been released yet, but I hope it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's Bye Bye Tiberius. It's the story of Hayam Abbas, a Palestinian actress and filmmaker who was in Succession. She was in Rami. She is I'm getting emotional. Incredible actor, director, writer, filmmaker, and she had to leave her home in Palestine. Can I say that word, or am I going to get censored? The fact that I'm even afraid of that. Bye. And her daughter made this with her, and the fact that it's not even in the documentary feature film category is so 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Bye. But anyways, these are the nominees for documentary feature film. Imagine if someone did that. I really hope someone says something at the Oscars about this. I really do. Bob Wine, The People's President. The Eternal Memory. Four Daughters. To Kill a Tiger. And 20 Days in Mariupol. I think it's going to be 20 Days in Mariupol. I have nothing to back that up. Makeup and hairstyling. We're going to do this really fast. But literally Goleta, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and Society of the Snow. I agree with all of those. But Barbie's not in that. Bye. Okay, music, original score. American Fiction. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Killer of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I think it's going to be Killer of the Flower Moon. Music original song, The Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot. I'm Just fucking Ken. I'm Just Ken is nominated for an Oscar, but Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie aren't. Make it make sense to me, you guys. Team, wake up. Make it make sense. It Never Went Away, American Symphony. Wazahazi, A Song for My People. I'm saying it in an Arabic accent. I apologize. Killer of the Flower Moon. What Was I Made For from Barbie by Phineas and Billie Eilish. I really hope it's What Was I Made For. It was genius. All right, Best Picture. American Fiction. Anatomy of a Fall. Barbie. The Holdovers. Killer of the Flower Moon. Maestro. Oppenheimer. Past Lives. Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. I find it a little interesting how they can have like 7 pictures to be nominated for Best Picture, but they can only have like 4 to 5 for each other category. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't know, just a bit interesting. I think for Best Picture, I really do think it's going to be Oppenheimer. And I think there is a science behind that. I think it's like, and I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a freaking incredible film. And I think it touches on so many great things. And I think the acting is incredible. The directing is great. Everything is great about it. Barbie's not going to win. Poor Things isn't going to win. I would say Killers of the Flower Moon could be up there. But I really think Oppenheimer, because once again, people love to see things go boom. Whether we like to admit it or not, it's true. And it's interesting. And if I think like the chokehold that war films and like destruction has on society and consumers is very interesting to think about. Yeah. So that's where we're at with the Oscars. I don't think I have much else to say about that other than what a shame it like this is, like how, yeah, I could just harp about it for so long. It doesn't sit right with me. And also, like, as an actor and artist, it just makes you feel like, damn, we're really not there. We're not where we actually should be. We, like, every time you think, once again, we're going 1 step forward, 50 steps back, you're just like, damn, wow, like, we're really not there. And we actually thought we were doing something. That's really shitty. Anyways, next topic. We're talking fashion. So what we're going to talk about right now is all the houses that we've seen. We have a lot to discuss. We have the houses who have bust the fuck down, who have shown us this is theater. Because theater, whether we like it or not, is coming back, baby. Even though they're cutting so many Broadway shows off because there's no funding for it because people don't like live theater, which makes me honestly so confused. But the fashion shows are fashioning, and let's take a look. I want to start off from the GmbH show. And this is by designers Benjamin Husby and Serhat Isik. They are a Turkish and Pakistani designer based out of Berlin and Paris. And they opened the show with this.
As the far right and actual Nazis and fascists are once again gaining power across Europe and many other parts of the world, anti-Semitism and Islamophobia is rising too. How convenient then to distract us, to make us believe there is really a struggle between two already marginalized people, when in fact the struggle is rather between power and justice, exclusionary nationalism and true universal humanity, oppression and freedom.
And in the global neighborhood of the war against terror, I find myself thinking a great deal about the relationship between citizens and the state.
But it isn't necessary to be anti-national, to be deeply suspicious of all nationalism, and to be anti-nationalism. Nationalism of one kind or another was the cause of most of the genocide of the 20th century.
But I think what is so powerful about this is that they took the United Nations symbols and they put it on sweatshirts and titled it Untitled Nations to show the lack of power the United Nations even has, or the lack of care that the United Nations even have. They had Arabic writing on dresses and in long sleeve shirts and beautiful colors and the calligraphy of Arabic writing. And it's for the first time I'm seeing it in fashion and I'm seeing it in art that's not scaring people. That's not making it be like, oh, Arab, ya Allah. Like, don't be afraid. It means God. It means beautiful. It means whatever you want it to mean. It means joy. It had, okay, I need to relax. And then they also they had refugees from Palestine and Syria from the Social Enterprise Project, the SEP artists, to stitch and hand embroider the keffiyeh into a shirt, into garments, into beautiful things that they wore on the runway for Men's Fashion Week. That is art. This is art. This is theater. They closed the whole show with a 10-minute call to action for a permanent ceasefire, for a hostage exchange, for a lasting humanitarian aid, for a two-state solution to give these people their homes. That was art. And it was so beautiful to watch. All in all, other than like the incredible work of artistry, let's also talk about just the fashion of the GmbH house. I mean, using the fur and the layers of different colors that are all in the same palette is absolutely stunning. And we're seeing that right now with the high, like the mob wife look. Okay, no, that's just Julia Fox and Uncut Gems, honey. But we're seeing the fur come into play. We're seeing texture. We're seeing leather and belts, and thick belts are coming back. Everyone call Von Dutch. Everyone call D Squared and go get your gloves or go get your belt now. I've already ordered mine. Go to the store right now. And I'm really supporting capitalism as we speak. This is not good. But you're just seeing it and it's out of this world. Like, come on. Now moving on. Schiaparelli. Let's talk. Do you know who genuinely she never misses? Luxury Law, thank you for doing more than our president could ever. Zendaya. Zendaya came. She looked astonishing in the best way possible. She had like a Paramore bang, an all black silhouette dress, and it had like little, I want to say like garments of it looked like the back of a T-Rex, like almost like fangs coming out of each of her shoulders. And then she had like a floral layer near her hips and then a beautiful train coming back. It was absolutely stunning. And her and Hunter Schafer with that beautiful gold neck piece, that low V neck, that bun, she was killing it too. Overall, they were the standouts of that show when it comes to the celebs sitting front row. They ate. Schiaparelli. That is a designer. Let me see who designed Schiaparelli. Nicolas Guesquier. So the designer Nicolas Guesquier, his presentation of the fashion house is just out of this world. You had in one photo, it's a beautiful like depiction of a model in all white, and there's pockets on the pants of white heels, beautiful minimal makeup, glazed makeup, I would say, almost dewy look just came, you're sweating on the runway, and she's holding a baby robot made out of the inside of what looks like a Twitch or a cell phone or cameras, anything robotic, and she's holding it like it is her own, walking down that runway. It was absolutely beautiful. I think that's like almost an ode to what we're seeing in society today of like the people that the older generation, they're humans, and everything that Gen Z and whatever comes next, we're all so interconnected with the phone and with social media that all we can do, we're literally electronics. You know what? I maybe just did something right now, but we were actually just all electronics. I think Nicolas did incredible work with this show. And then on top of that, you had another model wearing the dress. this model looks a little bit younger than the one before, and she's wearing a dress made out of the inside of what looks like the phone, of what looks like the inside of a laptop. It is a beautiful cut out green with black and metallics and very robotic, and she's wearing the most beautiful choker, and it's so detailed, and there's wires hanging out of it. It is artistry. She has cell phones on it. It is absolutely out of this world. And then on top of that, you have another silhouette. This is one of my favorite looks if it's been week. This right here, there's a model that has a lace, it's a lace form figure dress that goes to her knees, and it's beautiful, and it's almost like a mask that comes right above the face, and then it dips right near your face and then goes up, so you could see only through your eyes, and then otherwhere like right under, it's just lace, and it is absolutely stunning. The Carly Kloss shot. I mean, Carly Kloss with the beautiful dangling of the rope, of everything in the black satin, the cutout of the dresses, oh my God, Irene, like this dress right here, this one is out of this world. I feel like Nicolas used so many different shapes and textures and figures to accentuate the human body and to take up space. I think his whole thing was to take up space. It was theatrical. It was dramatic. I think it was the best thing that we saw other than GMHB. But other than that, it was absolutely stunning. Ugh, unreal. Okay, next. Also, we should discuss that little moment between Natalie Portman and Rihanna when Rihanna was like, you are one of the baddest bitches in Hollywood. And I was like, congratulations, you won. I will say, I don't think, and I'm looking everyone who came to like the Chanel show and the Dior show, I don't think people ate this year. I do think it was Zendaya, Hunter Schafer, Naomi Campbell at Belmont. She ate. Rihanna at Dior, she ate. But I genuinely don't think anyone really did that incredibly when it comes to female fashion other than those 3 or 4. I wasn't happily surprised by any of them. Juana Martin Couture. This house, it is absolutely stunning. Them at the Louvre. This is drama. Having beautiful pieces, once again, taking up space, of using flower works and wires, of beautiful, like almost like glass or plastic figurines that takes up and accentuates. It's almost like you're walking and there's a walking frame on you and you are looking at everything. And the model is just absolutely stunning. And these looks are out of this world. You just see everything is like, this model right here is like she's wearing a headbanded wire that is floral. And then, those like beach bags, the beach bag that are made out of straws almost. This model is wearing it with a bow on her as a mini dress. It is absolutely stunning. It is out of this world. The Dior fashion show. It is absolutely stunning. It is absolutely stunning. They start and open the show in like a beautiful trench coat color of that dark cream brown. And it's very modest. And then they slowly bring into the neutral laces of it all. And it's classy. It's beautiful. I think Dior played it safe this year is my problem. I think we're so at least for me, I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, I love classy stuff. Amazing. Yes, I'm wearing a blazer. I think we understand. But Prada even, I think they play safe way too much. I think houses that don't play safe is Schiaparelli, GmbH, Miu Miu, Louis Vuitton. Like, these are the houses that Gucci, they don't play safe. They know you can still be classic and still be chic and also be new. I think Dior did not impress me this year. It's beautiful, but didn't impress me. Okay, I want to go back. I want to say something. I want to actually say, Yasmin, you're wrong. What? What did we just say? Yeah, Yasmin, you're fucking wrong. Chanel is honestly really killing it this year. Chanel it's so, the color palette is very in the pastels. You have Margaret Qualley opening up the show. The chokehold that Chanel has on this girl is incredible. She's walking in with almost like a British, like, what those, or like old George Washington, like those neck white things that you had like when you're going into court or whatever. Like they're like full school some 70 years ago. Like that's what she opened the show with, and I loved how she was smiling. I absolutely adored it. Yeah, these are so beautiful. These three are some of my favorite from the Chanel show. One of the models is wearing like white leggings, not very white leggings, but like white tights under a black sheer laced dress that is the cutoff point of like a longish top. It's almost the shortest dress, but the longest top. And it's in a beautiful color of like greens and blacks and whites. Everyone's wearing heels over socks. So I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of that this year. And then you have another dress of a beautiful, like flowy skirt that's also over white tights and the black heels, and it's very like the texture, you could see it's very prairie like. So I think we're gonna get a lot of my trend forecast from the fashion show or whatnot. And before you trendy girls try to come for me, sit down, have some water. I think we're going to see a lot of undergarments over the overgarments. And I know we've kind of seen a little bit of that, but I feel like we're going to have a lot of, like, Julia Fox had wore at her son's birthday, how do I know this? But a shirt that has like lingerie over it. You also saw on the Meow show lingerie on top of different like dresses and skirts. You're almost going to see like the teasiness of lingerie but over clothes, and I feel like that's going to be a lot of what we see. I think people are going to wear like lacy bras over white tops, or like it's very late 90s, and I feel like that's going to really come back. Other than that, all the shows were absolutely gorgeous to me. Also want to talk about the Pharrell Williams. Hold on. The Pharrell Williams Louis Vuitton collection. It's like you're living in a simulated world of like Minecraft. Everything is like blocks and blocks and blocks of everything, and it's like almost army in camo. But the thing is, it doesn't just stay in the green. I want to say the greenhouse, but like in the house of like green colors. It's also oranges and denim. It's in Minecraft squares of like the monochrome. It's using men wearing little purses, having it with you. I think men are going to be wearing purses more than we think now. And I really feel like if you're a man or you're a masculine person and you are listening to this, pick up a fucking purse. Pick up a purse. I swear to God, people are tired of carrying your shit in their purse. Pick up a fucking purse. I think his entire collection was beautiful. I think squares and patterns of like circles, squares, rectangles, whatever it is, are really also going to come back. I mean, it's just figures, right? All I know is I really just feel like extras in. All this minimalistic thing that we like saw before of like, remember like Miu Miu, like very like, or like Prada, like minimalist is out. We're tired of that. But also like this just goes to show how like consumerism is like really leading us astray, because we're like, okay, yay for this. And then afterwards we're like, no for that, whatever. But like, I really feel like we're going to get into the drama of it all, the theater of it all. Theatricality is coming back in art. You see it in Schiaparelli, you see it in Louis Vuitton, you see it in Chanel, you see it in GmbH, you see it everywhere. And I feel like you take theater right by the neck. It's iconic. And you should do it. Let me know your thoughts on this. I feel like I was talking at 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know how this went, but I feel like we went good. But let me know your thoughts on the entire thing. I feel like we got a lot covered in here. The Oscars and Paris Fashion Week. A lot was going on, and we covered it all together on Main Character. I have a lot of things in the works, you guys, that I cannot wait to tell you about. One of the first ones is, and please DM me after you listen to this, I am hosting a comedy show in New York on March 7th. DM me if you want some more details. I will be performing the headliner. I'm gagged at it. It's going to be insane. We have the most incredible comedians performing, and it's all femme or female, and it's just incredible. So we're really excited, me and my co-host. I leave in 2 weeks to see my girlfriend. I'm really excited to see that. And I'm also going to see my best friends. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be incredible. I'm going to my sister's birthday next week. A lot of things I'm not going to say quite yet because I don't want to jinx it. But things are looking up slowly but surely. Anyways, have a good Main Character week. I love you all. Stay blessed and be fucking extra. Be extra. Anyways, I'll see you next week. Bye. Make sure to like, subscribe, download all future Main Character with Yasmin episodes, and major thank you to our incredible editor and producer, Max Shepardson. I'll see you next week. Bye.